Hey watch lovers, Brad from Brent Miller Jewelers, and today I have for us a red or burgundy, whatever you want to call these dials, comparison. If I would have had this Omega a little bit sooner, I would have probably made this round 5 of 5 that we just finished up with Grand Seiko versus Omega. So consider this your bonus round. I'm not going to call this round 6, but I did want to do a quick comparison. If you are looking for a red or burgundy dial, I thought these are two great options to throw side by side. So on my left is the SBGW287. We have a manual wind, which we'll get to in a little bit, versus the Omega DeVille Prestige. It's an automatic. Obviously here you have small seconds hand and a date versus your traditional 3-hand here with the sweeping seconds from the central hands here. Case dimensions. The Grand Seiko is a little bit smaller, measured diagonally across the case here, above the crown, diagonally across, 37.3, 36.3 across the bezel, and then 31.9 across the crystal, compared to the Omega at 41 millimeters across the case, 40.5 across the bezel, and 35.5 across the crystal. So give you an idea, hopefully, on size there. We do have a case thickness of 11.8 on the Grand Seiko versus 10.7, so about a millimeter thinner on the Omega, but because it is a little bit longer lug to lug too, it does look a little bit thinner in my opinion, just because it's stretched, quote unquote, stretched out compared to the little bit squattier Grand Seiko here. Lug to lug, the Grand Seiko 44.1, the Omega 47.5. Both of them, however, do have 19 millimeter lug widths. The Grand Seiko tapers to 16 at the pin style buckle versus the Omega at 15. So actually a little bit thicker on the Grand Seiko there compared to the Omega at the buckle. The Grand Seiko, as I mentioned earlier, is a manual wind caliper. It's the 9S64 movement, 72 hours of power reserve. We have a signed non-screw down crown. Water resistance on this is what I like to call SR, splash resistant, according to Grand Seiko's website. So not even any meters. Really, we are not going to get this one wet. 60.8 grams is what I measured it on this really nice kind of high gloss alligator strap. Retail on it is $4,800. So hopefully that gives you an idea or a great sense. Take a look at that dial too. The dial is textured. When I get the Omega out here, I'll show you what that looks like. But you do have a nice texture to this Grand Seiko dial, which is, hey, I don't want to say is expected of Grand Seiko now, but they do such great dial work. You're not getting just a flat matte dial on it. The Omega, underneath here, we do have the exhibition case back. Sorry, I left a sticker on this one. Caliber 8802, 55 hours of power reserve, so 5 hours less than the manual Grand Seiko. We do have a signed, again, non-screw down crown, 30 meters of water resistance, so we're not really diving with this one either. 69.7 grams is what I weighed on the strap. Retail on this is $5,100, so $300 difference. So again, very similar color, very similar, I think, when you would wear these. It's very similar price point. Do you need a date? Obviously, if you need a date, you're going with the Omega. If you don't mind the manual wind, a little bit smaller case, the Grand Seiko may be for you. Let me show you the dial here. We have a sun-brushed dial. Let me see if I can get that to show there. And then the hands, the hour markers, and the cabochons, the markers between the Roman numerals, are all done rhodium plated. You do have a black date window on that. And the other thing I did want to mention is the you have a matte finishing on the strap of the Omega versus that high gloss on the Grand Seiko. So hopefully you can see the difference there. Both of them look really nice. I think it really just depends on your personal preference, what you like looking at and what you like wearing. I think both, again, fit that same style. Either one of those, I think, would be worn at the same time. So both great looking watches. No lume on either one of these. I'm not even going to hit the lights for you on this, just to give you that comparison. So let me throw these on wrist. I've rambled on long enough. Again, I have a 6 3/4 inch wrist. Would be happy to wear either one of these size-wise. With the Omega being a little thicker, a little squattier on wrist, but again, certainly no issue wearing it. And let me get the Omega on quick. Really, don't think you could go wrong with either one. It's really just personal preference. As always, greatly appreciate you viewing. Let me know in the comments. You're going to go Grand Seiko or Omega on the red wine burgundy dial options here. Thanks for viewing. If there's anything I can do for you, email me, brad@brentlmiller.com. We'll see you in the next video.